Well, we've been seeing it for weeks, not just peaceful protesters, but also mobs and rioters vandalizing public property and tearing down statue after statue. Well, in an effort to save these historical icons and preserve our cities, President Trump has decided to lay down the law. Let's listen to what he had to say.
I signed an executive order a couple of weeks ago, and it says very simply 10 years in jail. Now, it could be removed at some point. You go through a process, a legal process, go through Congress.
All right, well, that firm stance on law and order is what the president says is the single biggest difference between Republicans and Democrats. And just as important, he wants to promote economic well-being. Well, one of the ways he's doing that is with an economic initiative geared towards the Latino community. Here's what he had to say about that initiative.
Our new Hispanic Prosperity Initiative will also expand access to trade schools, something that's been really badly missing. Trade schools, so important. Work-based learning and vocational education.
Well, here to discuss this with us is the former Attorney General of Puerto Rico, Jose Fuentes. He's also a member of the President's Advisory Commission on Hispanic Prosperity. Jose, welcome.
Thanks, Sean.
Hey, so let me ask you this. What does the president need to do right now as we head into this election to bring more Hispanics into the fold and vote for him?
Well, Hispanics were doing great before the pandemic, right? We had the highest level of employment in the history of the country. People were keeping a lot more money in their pockets. Small businesses by Hispanics were growing tremendously. So things were going really, really well. The president was doing very well with the Hispanic community. And then the pandemic hit, and the president is trying to identify areas of quick growth across the country. And because Hispanics are the largest growing segment of the small business community in this country, he wants to incentivize so that these small businesses can grow rapidly and more of them can come online, small businesses being the backbone of our economy.
Jose, the president has been pretty strong on DACA. Since the beginning of his presidency, he's been trying to get rid of it. Here's what he said yesterday in the Rose Garden about it.
But we're going to take care of DACA because I'm going to be doing, in the not too distant future, pretty soon, I'm going to be signing a new immigration action. Very, very big merit-based immigration action that, based on the DACA decision, I'll be able to do.
Jose, the president says he wants to take care of dreamers, yet he wants to get rid of DACA. I mean, is this something that's going to be taken care of before the election? What's your suggestion on it?
Well, the president has been clear since day one, since before he was president, that our immigration system doesn't work. It's dysfunctional. If you have to stand in line for 10 or 15 years to get into this country, to pursue the American dream, you're going to find another way to get in illegally. So the president has been very clear that we have to change our immigration system so that it works, and he wants to do it on a merit basis. He has been very clear that the DACA problem needs to be fixed, that it was a mistake by the Obama administration to not do it through a legislative process. And he has been trying to work with Democrats for 3 years now to get something done legislatively, so it's in the books, in the legal books, and it can't be attacked, and they just won't come to the table to talk to them. So he's going to try again to fix the immigration problem and include a DACA, which is something that he said from the beginning that he wanted to do, and which he mentioned to us at a roundtable last week in the White House that he intended to do. So, you know, this is something very refreshing about a president that actually does what he says he's going to do.
So do you
That's crazy, right?
Do you think that this message resonates with Latinos? Do they understand what he is really trying to do for them?
Oh, absolutely. The fact that so many Latinos across the country are not putting up with this boycott of Goya, and on the contrary, have simply gone out and purchased all Goya products. I mean, here in Maryland, you can't find them. They're all gone. It's like the new toilet paper, right? It's disappearing from the shelves. Is a clear sign that we're not putting up with this left messaging that we need to become a socialist country of sorts. We know what a socialist country looks like because we've lived in them, right? Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua. It's not what Hispanics want. We came here for the American dream. Goya is the poster child of the American dream in their story of the last 80 years. So, and we're not going to put up with that. The president's doing great.
You know, Jose, I just real quickly, you are the former Attorney General of Puerto Rico. This whole issue of the president being strong on law and order, is that a message that's going to play well with the Hispanic voters, in particular Puerto Rican voters?
Absolutely. I mean, this thing that people will do what they will do. Are you kidding me? Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House. She's supposed to legislate so that people that do the wrong thing have to pay for it and protect the people who can't protect themselves. And she says people will do what they will. That's it? No, she's got her job wrong. So yeah, we get it. And you know, in Puerto Rico, we lived through this. We were able to cut 50% crime back in the early 2000s when I was there because of the resources that the federal government gave us to attack crime and fight the war on drugs. And the Democrats back then were 100% on board with this. What happened to them? What changed? Now they want to defund the police. Look what's happening in New York. I mean,
right. Jose, we're out of time. I want to have you back because I think that this is an important subject in itself, this whole issue of law and order, and you've got a great background to discuss it. So I hope we can have you back soon and talk about this issue of law and order and how it'll play out in the country.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
You bet. Thanks, Jose. All right, guys, another one bites the dust. The second New York Times writer has called it quits after what she says while she was constantly bullied by her, quote, woke colleagues. Media watchdog Steve Krakauer is standing by to break this story down. Then basketball legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he's stepping out of the shadows to fight against all injustices. Friends of the show, Democratic strategist Jessica Deloche and Newsmax contributor John Funder are going to be here to give us their take.